What'd you say? Say that again.
You didn't get me one.
I got one for me.
But, well, hey, the dude, what?
Talking old dude with attitude. Here, I'll even put it in your snoozy.
Yeah, shake it up. You want to pop it?
No. You want me to drink it for you, you fuck?
No, because there's some things I'm not even going to go.
Alright, NT8 on 2? No, we ain't doing no dumbass shit like that. NT8, wild and live. That's a bouncer into the back. Anyway. We got the Barbie in here, and Joe and I just got done turning the bike around. Joe fell down, the bike fell on top of him, kickstand, fuck, whatever.
We're good.
Everything's good, but then we started talking, and somehow the subject of the KLR, the 09 KLR that Joe and I built came up, and he said some really killer things, and I just wanted you guys to hear how tight we are.
Hey, KLR.
The goat. That Mike has.
The old goat. Kind of is like when it left here and went on, it's like I went with it. Part of me went with it because there's a lot of me in that bike. A lot of Tommy in it too, but we did it together. It's like a kid going off the service. I'll catch you when you get back. We'll see it again. It's just part of me that... See, he can light my candle and he gets my fire going, but we still hang out.
But now I got you fired up on the Barbie.
That's another project we got, and what the hell. You know, every time you got a new one going, who's there to do it?
Why don't you go into some remembrances of you and I doing the goat? I'd come down with ideas and I'd say, dude, I want to do this. How are we gonna do this?
Well, just say, well, let me look at it. Give me a minute. That's my thing I say. Give me a minute. Tommy, get old Yancey. Look, I said, hang on, give me a minute. Look at it. I said, okay, why don't we try it this way? We can do this.
And then I'd usually say, well, I never thought of it that way.
And what he'd think and what I'd think, like, you can have two aces in the hole, but it's better to have two than one because two get the better and make more. And we could get it together and work, and it worked together good. We could do that. That's the way we are.
And you think about the goat with the... Back then I was poor. I was cripple poor. I'm not rich by any means now, but I'm quite a bit more able to do what I want to do now.
Poor hell, you had to borrow my walker.
Yeah, I had to borrow Joe's walker. What the fuck that has to do with riding a bike, I don't know.
You was poor. You had to borrow my walker.
Shit, there were many times I had to come down and go, Joe, I'm broke. I need some beer. And Joe would hook me up.
And money.
And
everything else. We did.
Then Joe would come to me sometimes and say, I need some beer. Can you buy me some? He'd buy some beer, and I'd say, well, we got to work on the goat. This is what this is my idea today. So how are we gonna do it? And honestly, that's how the relationship came about.
That's the way it started out.
And
it's just the way it goes.
I honestly have to say, this guy is my best buddy when it comes to working on a bike. Because when I want to do something, and I have ideas, I always have ideas, and I bring them straight down here.
We toss them. We just go back and forth.
We toss them, we argue, we fight, we bitch, we moan.
And then we'll just go, okay, here it is in the bucket. Look at this, look at that. Let's see what we got together. I shook the bucket. This ought to work.
And that's how we do it. It's a love of being able to
communicate
and modify.
I can read his mind, but him sitting over on the floor, he look at me, and he can read mine going, I know exactly what you're thinking. And it just works out that way.
And I weigh $145, 145 pounds. That's I don't know what it is in kilograms.
I weigh 180 with my shoes.
He used to, when I first met him, when we first started on the goat. He had it all. He was Mr. Bison.
Yeah.
But now he's an old fuck, so he can't do shit anymore.
Yeah, I'm an old dude with an attitude. I lost a lot of weight. But I still hang out and still do it because somebody calls or somebody needs something done. Give me a couple minutes, I'll be there and I'll do it. That's the way I am. All you gotta do is ask. I've done service calls. If I have to run somewhere, I'll do it. But that's the way I am.
But when we did the front boxes on the goat, Mike, you'll have to put those, you'll have to put some pictures up because I don't know where they're at. I think they're in my hard drive and I'll never be able to, one of my external hard drives, and I won't be able to find them. But I said, Joe, here's what I want to do. I put the front crash bars on the KLR and I said, Joe, here's what I want to do. So Joe says, give me a minute, let me think about it. And about 18 beers later, he walks over to the cabinet and says, here. And he pulls out these nylon
plastic L-guard.
Nylon plastic L-shaped sons of bitches. And he says, you just put the mounts down here on the bottom bars and put your screw nuts in like you got on the fucking back boxes. And I was like, why didn't you tell me that when I was sober?
You didn't ask me.
So then I had to wait a fucking week. Because that was like on my Sunday, I had to go back to work. Oh, fuck.
That's the way it goes.
So in the meantime, I went and bought the boxes. And now Mike has them. And it's just like...
Now ding dong.
Yeah, we keep looking at this one, trying to figure out how to put front boxes on it. But the crash bars are different. But we're gonna deal with it. That's not a serious priority right now. But it's a serious good time that Joe and I have. We always have to bring the bike in and study it and go, why don't you do this? No, I want to do this.
Okay, well...
Okay, and then we shoot holes in each other's ideas. But then, we come up with the fix. And...
it works. I mean, it's not temporary, it totally works. That's the way it is. Well, I got stuff to fix it with, or I can manufacture.